watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. In Montgomery County, Maryland, a man was shot and killed by police this morning. They were called to the Hampton Point Apartments just before midnight in Silver Spring. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sasay has the latest from the scene this afternoon.
What started out as a call for a distressed man with a gun ended with police shooting and killing him. It happened all at the Hampton Point apartment homes in Silver Spring. Now, police say a family member called for help, telling them a man was in distress. Officers say they heard gunshots coming from an apartment while they were responding to the call, and that's when the SWAT team got involved. When police got there, they learned his mother was also inside the apartment. Police say they attempted to negotiate with the man to come out. Montgomery County officers then decided to enter the apartment, and that's when police fired.
SWAT engaged the subject, and he was shot by officers. The individual was transported by fire rescue to an area hospital where he later died.
We have investigators and attorneys currently on scene working to piece together exactly what happened. I know there are a lot of questions on the timeline and what led up to the shooting. We do know that the officers who made entry into the apartment were equipped with body-worn camera footage. We haven't had an opportunity to view that footage at the moment. Once we do that, typically we try to release that within 20 business days.
Investigators with the Maryland Attorney General's office are now handling the incident, and this is still an ongoing investigation. We're now reporting in Silver Spring, Maryland. I'm Jean-Marie Sasay, DC News Now.
Jean-Marie, thank you. Developing now, two planes nearly collided on a busy runway at Reagan National Airport. An air traffic controller made an urgent call to send one of those planes back to its gate yesterday morning, avoiding a crash.
2134, cancel takeoff clearance. 0 Alpha, go around.
Now the Federal Aviation Administration is investigating what led up to the near miss yesterday morning. We find DC News Now's Leonard and Fleming at Reagan National Airport with the very latest. Leonard, what do we know?
Well, now we know an FAA investigation is underway on this near catastrophe, and it also raises questions on traffic congestion at this airport. Let's go to video right now here where FAA officials say that an American Airlines flight was headed to Boston on Wednesday morning. The flight had its takeoff aborted by an air traffic controller. They say that another aircraft had already been cleared to land on an intersecting runway. This is the second incident involving a near collision at Reagan, the last one happening in mid-April when two planes headed toward each other as they were taking off. Travelers like Suzanne Lises says she does have concerns about the incident.
Of course I'm concerned. I fly out of this airport all the time. It's a very short runway, and certainly safety is so important for this airport, and so of course it raises some concern.
We will have more on this story coming up on DC News Now on our 4 p.m. newscast. Reporting from Reagan National Airport, Leonard and Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, Leonard, thank you. Meteorologist Damon Madsen joining us now with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, we had some concerns a little bit yesterday. Today, a little bit different?
Yeah, Mark, we're looking a lot better finally after several stormy evenings. Another one was put into the books yesterday. We got localized heavy rainfall, some hail reports, wind as well. But that storm system is now leaving us. Thankfully enough, folks. Check this out. That low pressure center responsible for all of the storminess yesterday, it is well out to sea at this point with just some wraparound rainfall left over across portions of the Northeast here, back up toward Boston and into parts of Maine as well. But that low continues to head out, and look at how clear and sunny it is across the DMV. It's been a spectacular start to the day, and as we move along here into the afternoon, it will continue to be just the same. Temperatures, I will say, are on a little bit of the cooler side. We're talking 60s to the west, just into the lower 70s at this hour to the east, including in DC there at 72. And with a northwesterly wind around for the rest of the day, we're not really going to warm things up all that much more as we stay primarily in the 70s. We are going to notice a few additional clouds popping up over the next few hours in response to that northwesterly wind, but that's it, folks. For the first time in several days, we're talking about a totally dry day across the entire DMV. Now, the question then is, how long are we going to enjoy this beautiful weather? Will it last into the weekend? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. New at noon, Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich officially announced his nominee for a new fire chief. In the last hour, Elrich nominated Corey Smedley for the job at an event this morning in Rockville. Smedley retired as fire chief of Alexandria earlier this year. Before that, he served as deputy fire chief for Prince George's County. Last summer, former Montgomery County Fire Chief Scott Goldstein retired. Before Smedley can officially take the position, he needs approval from County Council. And new this afternoon, D.C. announced that they have either towed or booted more than 800 vehicles since April because of a new program. The Public Works Department says the use of a new license plate recognition system was used to target specific cars with large outstanding fines. Officials say the cars involved had accumulated over $2 million in unpaid fines. Pandemonium is back in the district. 2 new giant pandas are coming to the National Zoo by the end of the year. And the news comes more than 6 months after the zoo had to send 3 pandas back to China. Well, it's certainly an exciting time for the National Zoo and panda fans, and the pandemonium is already in full effect. Well, your next trip to the zoo will look a little different ahead of their highly anticipated return. New panda merch already lining shelves at the National Zoo. T-shirts, mugs, glasses, plush toys, you name it, they've got it, and a panda on it. Plus, new signs up too, reminding visitors of the 2 new 2-year-old pandas expected to move in. Visitors we talked to are already gearing up for their arrival.
It's just like a part of DC. Like, part of DC is coming to the zoo and seeing the pandas, so it was really strange to not have them the last few months. How do you feel? It's like your friends went away to a foreign country for vacation, and then they're coming back.
Coming back indeed. The Panda Cam, a fan favorite, will be up and running with some new upgrades. Zoo officials say that people from around the world tune in to keep an eye on DC's pandas. Buy now, pay later plans can help you tackle debt, but they can be a little tricky to navigate. Weekend anchor Ben Dennis explains how you can use the plans to your advantage.
Hey there, 25% of Americans used buy now, pay later plans in the past year. That's according to NerdWallet. What can be a savvy way to quickly reduce payments could snowball into fees. That's why we're pointing out what to ID before you buy. Here's what a repayment plan might look like for you. One of them recently found after booking a plane ticket. Essentially, it's a loan. Buy now, pay later plans can offer short-term financing for essentials, clothes, tech, groceries. But like the terms of loans with interest, missing payments can result in fees, something that consumers should look out for.
Buying now, pay later, make sure that you stay on time with your payments because it can affect your credit later. Use it on items that you actually need. I feel like there's a temptation there once you see that you can just start buying things now and then paying later. You're just like, oh, but I like this bag too. You don't need the bag.
And with those buy now, pay later plans, consider a few things. Paying more than the monthly payments if you can. Consider consolidating multiple debts into a personal loan. Pause other discretionary spending. And in the future, consider layaway if offered by retailers to reserve items with a down payment and pay them when you're able to afterward. Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, thanks to Ben. Developing this afternoon, a Spotsylvania County, Virginia board member is accusing another board member of assault. The charges were filed yesterday. Nicole Cole, seen on the left of your screen, is currently the vice chair of the board, school board, and she's being accused of assaulting Lisa Phelps, who's on the right side of your screen. Phelps currently oversees the Lee Hill district. According to court records, the assault happened on May 20th. That's the same day as the most recent board meeting. Another meeting originally scheduled for this morning has been canceled. An arraignment hearing in the assault case is set for June 5th. Well, baseball is in full swing at all levels, but some people can only watch the game instead of playing it. DC News Now's Dave Laval shows us how one league allows anybody to take the field.
Not the best of conditions to take the field for the season finale, but not even Mother Nature could stop the Miracle League of Alexandria from serving as a field of dreams. Another night of baseball inside the Lee Recreation Center. Members of the Miracle League of Alexandria showcase their skills. Games normally take place outdoors, but they move indoors when the weather doesn't cooperate. Not that players or parents mind, including Steve Booty, whose 2 sons are part of the league.
Seeing my kids cheer, throw the ball, get some skills in baseball, and just the camaraderie and the teammates.
This chapter of the Miracle League has played ball since 2010. It's part of the national organization that makes the sport available to children and adults with disabilities that prevent them from taking part in other baseball leagues with children who don't have those challenges. Parents, including Katie Leaner, are grateful.
And gets frustrated that she isn't allowed to. So the fact that she has this that's just for her own sport, something she gets to look forward to every week, has meant a lot to her and our whole family.
The players are all part of the same team. This season, though, they look like it due to uniforms donated by one of the league's newest partners, the Washington Nationals.
It's just a love of being able to see the smiles on these players' faces. They all have their own personalities. As you saw, it's just a lot of fun.
The best part is there are no losers. In these games, everybody wins. The Miracle League will play ball again in the fall. In Alexandria, Dave Laval, DC News Now.